Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to the Man United series and the final episode. And I've brought you back a little bit earlier than I thought I would do, because if we beat Fulham at home today, we will secure the title with 3 games to go. So it's extremely likely we're going to secure the title in this episode. Well, if we don't, I think I'll just retire from FootballManager altogether, to be honest. Because, of course, if we beat Fulham today, if we fail to beat Fulham, we only need to win 1 of the remaining 4 games to secure the title. So it looks like we've done it. It's been a great run of form since the last episode there, which has really seen us risen to the top and left Liverpool and Man City for dead. Also featured in today's episode, though, will be the FA Cup final. We managed to get there. It's not Chelsea in the final, though. It's Leeds. So we got a FA Cup final to take place in today's episode as well. The final game of the series, and it's against fierce rivals Leeds. Of course, you could say Man United got more bigger rivals than Leeds in terms of Man City and Liverpool, but for Man United fans especially and Leeds fans, it's quite a big rivalry. So that'll be a nice way to end the series, as long as we win the final, of course. If we don't win the final, it won't be a great way to end the series, but it looks like, unless something disastrous happens, hopefully it doesn't, but it looks like we're going to end the series off here with a domestic treble, which of course is very nice. Very won the Carabao Cup, of course. Unfortunately, we got knocked out of the Champions League in the last episode there, which is a little bit disappointing, but we've ended off the series in incredible fashion. Saying that though, I shouldn't say too much, I shouldn't jinx things. We haven't won the league or the FA Cup as of yet, but I'm hoping we will do. Anyway, in terms of the recent results, it's gone really well since the last episode. We won all of our 5 games, 4 in the league and 1 in the FA Cup. It didn't start off too well though. Against West Ham in the FA Cup semi-final, of course we played in a neutral venue there at Wembley. I decided to play with a controlled possession the way we normally play. 90% of the time, and I went positive as well. I just thought our team was much better than West Ham's. But the first half, we went 1-0 down in the 8th minute. By the way, this was the only chance we saw for West Ham in the entire game. We were 1-0 down in the 8th minute, and by the end of the first half, we weren't creating anything in the game. We was hardly creating any chances. Same West Ham, it's just a really, really dull match. So I decided at half-time, you know what, let's go more direct. I changed to a more counter-attacking style, a very fluid counter-attacking style, though, but much more direct than playing with the control possession. We started finally to create some chances. We started to really dominate the game, but still we couldn't get that goal to get back in the game. I know all we needed was 1 goal, just to at least force extra time. So just went on and on and on and on. Couldn't get that goal, but finally Ansu Fati off the bench made it 1-1 in the 79th minute. Then Bruno Fernandes in the 91st minute, our captain, got us the winner to win the game 2-1 there. That was massive. I thought we was going to knock down the FA Cup, which was really disappointing, especially after we knocked out of the Champions League. I was hoping we might be able to finish with domestic treble here. But fortunately for us, going direct at half-time really did work a treat, because we couldn't get past the West Ham defence. They had two DMs in front of their defence, and we just couldn't get past them at all. But going direct really helped out with that. And the substitutions they made as well were really effective. Ansu Fati and Kefren Turam made a massive difference off the bench there. And we managed to get over West Ham 2-1. Very, very weird results against West Ham this season. We absolutely battered them 7-0 at home in the league. We lost 1-0 away to them in the league. But then we struggled to beat them in the FA Cup semi-final as well. So it's after we beat them 7-0 at home, they decided that they knew how to defend against us. Unfortunately for them, though, we had another trick up our sleeve, and we won the game 2-1 to force the FA Cup final. We played Leeds in the final. They beat Chelsea 2-0 in the other semi-final, so I was quite surprised about that. We actually finished off the season with Leeds, then Leeds. Hopefully we don't have to feature that Leeds away game in the episode. If we do, then things aren't going very well at all. After that game, though, we had 4 league games in a row, and we won all 4, which was brilliant. Played Everton in the next game in the league there. We absolutely destroyed them. I was very nervous about this game, because Calvert-Lewin up front is a very good striker, especially a FootballManager. He's just quick, he's very strong, and he's good in the air as well. So I thought we might be in a little bit of danger here, but we started off the game absolutely flying. Manu Kone made it 1 in the 8th minute. 3 minutes later, Lisa made it 2-0. Really some breathing space there. Dominating the game, but then Onana got himself sent off in the 25th minute as well. So that really, really helped us on our way. Not saying we wouldn't win the game if we didn't get sent off, because at this point we're really absolutely dominating the game. And 2-0 up, of course. But him getting sent off meant Everton had no way back in the game. And Mauro Icardi made it 3-0 there, because Everton away was one of the toughest fixtures we have left in the league campaign. For us to win that game very comfortably 3-0 was very nice. And in the next game, it got even better. We played Chelsea at home, decided to stick with the control possession, positive as well. Decided, you know what, let's go positive in this game, Kenny. Let's not be scared of Chelsea. We're a better team than them, and thank God I did, because we beat them 5-1 very comfortably. We went 1-0 up through Mauro Icardi. Kai Havertz made it 1-1. Terrible mistake from Maignan there. that was only their big chance of the game, really. And it was 1-1 at half-time, was really dominating the game. But in the second half, Mauro Icardi got his hat-trick, which was great to see. And Marcus Rashford off the bench got a brace as well. So it was a brilliant performance there. 5-1 win over Chelsea. Icardi with 3 goals, a hat-trick and an assist in this game, a 10 rating. And Rashford with a brace off the bench as well. So he really destroyed Chelsea there. And as I said, these 2 games, away to Everton and home to Chelsea, I felt like it was really tricky games for us. And we demolished both of them in these games. So after these 2 wins, I thought, you know what? We're going to win the title now. We're guaranteed to win the title now. We played Norwich in the next game. We beat them 2-1 away. Again, better team in the game. Didn't dominate the game, though. Had to go a bit more direct in this game as well because we couldn't get past Norwich. And again, it worked a treat, which was really nice. We went 1-0 up through a Niakate own goal. It's Asensio with a shot there. Todd Cantwell made it 1-1 in the second half, a bit against the run of play, but I said we weren't dominating the games. That's why I switched to direct style, and Rashford got us the goal, playing direct there in the 58th minute to win the game 2-1, which was very nice. And the next game after that, just before the episode, played Wolves at home. Well, I thought we dominated Everton in that game. Well, what we did to Wolves was just incredible. How it was 0-0 at half-time, I have no idea. If it went into half-time 3-0 up, you'd say, how do we go into half-time 3-0 up? We absolutely destroyed Wolves in this game. I actually checked the match stats here. It was quite mad, actually. 32 shots, 16 on target, a 3.79 XG. They had 1 shot on them on target. Similar to the other 2 games against Norwich and West Ham. Control possession again. We wasn't getting a goal in this game. But one thing I noticed that was that we was creating so many chances against Wolves. So I was like, you know what? Let's just remain patient with this control possession here because we are absolutely destroyed. It was only a matter of time before that goal goes in. And I was right. We finally got the goal in the 54th minute. They gave away a penalty. Fernandes got the goal. And Icardi made it 2-0 in the 85th. And Coney made it 3-0 in the 88th minute to make sure of the deal there. So, yeah, just a little bit patient there. I didn't want to change things up, go direct. I thought, you know what, that might give Wolves a chance of the game here. Just remain patient, stay with the control possession. And I knew that finally the goals would come. And they did come eventually. It was an absolute dominant performance here. It should be a lot more than 3-0, let's be honest. It should be, well, 7 or 8 probably. So, a little bit disappointing in that regard, but absolutely sensational performance. They had 1 shot and none on target in the game. That is absolutely shameful. But brilliant win there for us. And a brilliant run of form. Just that game there sticks out, doesn't it? Away to Bayern Munich 5-2. Just get that game out of the equation. And, well, it could have been a very memorable final season. But still it will be, hopefully, if we get the domestic treble. As I said, we won the Carabao Cup final in sensational fashion against Man City 4-1. Just need 1 win out of our final 4 games in the league. Also about the league as well. It's kind of fortunate that we're going to this game, if we beat Fulham, that we'll win the title. Because look at our next 3 games. We've got to play Brighton on the Wednesday away, Arsenal on the Friday at home, and Leeds away on the Sunday in the league. So we've been given the short straw there, that is for sure. 3 games in 4 days when we're chasing the title. It's quite mad, but that's because we've reached the last stages of pretty much every competition as well. So it comes towards the end there, but we have to play these games like that. But yeah, thank God that we, well, let's hope we beat Fulham at home here. I firmly believe we will beat Fulham at home because at home all season we've won every single game in every competition apart from when we drew at home to Leicester 1-1, which was absolutely shocking, by the way, the bottom of the league, and when we drew at home to Man City 0-0. Other than that, we have won every single game at home in every competition. So let's hope that we will beat Fulham at home here today. We should do, and we should secure the title. And of course, if we do beat Fulham, I'll play the next 3 games off camera because there's not really much use in showing them to you. Away to Brighton, home to Arsenal, away to Leeds. And then I'll come back for the FA Cup final, of course, against Leeds, which will be a great way to send off the series here. Of course, if we fail to beat Fulham and Liverpool Man City win, I'll feature the Brighton away game as well, Arsenal home game, and Leeds, however long it takes for us to secure the title. If any of you are wondering about what my next series is going to be as well, for those of you who've been around for a while, you'll know that I did a non-league to Giants save last season. Those of you who are new around here, though, I do a save called non-league to Giants. It's very similar to save to a lot of other streamers, what they do, and yeah, basically, last season I started off with Hereford in the Vanarama North. I took them from the Vanarama North to the Premier League. Well, did much more than that, to be fair. I did win the Premier League a few occasions. I got to the Champions League final twice, where I lost twice, unfortunately, which was quite devastating. Let's not mention that again. Also lost the Europa League final as well, once, which was also devastating. But it was a great series. I did 22 seasons, though, which was a bit long, as we said. But we're doing another non-league to Giants save on this FM, of course, and that will be released hopefully tomorrow after this one is released, the final episode here, or it'll be released the next day as well. Doing things a little bit different this time round. I am not going to refuse any job offers that come my way, to put it lightly. I'm not going to say that I'm going to take every single job offer that goes my way. I'm not also saying that I won't take a team from the Vanarama South or North to the Premier League and beyond. Again, just one team, but more than likely I'll be managing multiple teams. Try and get the series a little bit shorter. 22 seasons for me is a bit long, and although it was brilliant with Hereford, it did get a little bit long last season, has to be said. But yeah, make sure you look out for that if you are interested. Non-League to Giants, that will get released either tomorrow or the next day after this video is released. But anyway, let's get to this game that at home to Fulham. If we win this game, we secure the title. Surely we have to win this game. Surely we have to. There's only been one game where we didn't win at home that we definitely should win all season. That was a home to Leicester 1-1. Of course, we drew at home to Man City 0-0 as well, but it's not an absolute guaranteed win, that is it? And this is the team for today's game. We've got Maignan in goal, Porro right back, Gaia left back, Akoli and Satalo centre backs, and we've got Conte, Ericsson and Thuram in midfield, Alicia on the right, Rashford on the left, and Fati up front. So I've just looked at Fulham's team, and to be honest with you, we've got to be winning this game. Got to be winning this game very comfortably. As I said, their team is very, very weak. You see here, I've got Porro on wing-back attack, Guy on wing-back attack as well. Got Ericsson starting today as well. Thuram and Mazzala attack. I just feel like we could take the game to Fulham. I don't really see any threat in their team whatsoever, to be honest with you. They just don't look great at all. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on me, but surely we have to win this game. Fulham at home, win this game, and we secure the title. By the way, also something very interesting is the Fulham manager these days in this virtual universe here is Chris Coleman again. For those of you who know Chris Coleman, we know who I'm talking about. Back in the day, manager of Fulham, and to see him back managing Fulham again is very, very bizarre. I thought his days of managing in England were pretty much over, to be honest with you, but he's back managing Fulham in this series, so very, very interesting. Anyway, 6 minutes in here. Can we take an early lead in this game and start to celebrate early? Here's Rashford playing on the left today. Through to Elise. Oh, great from Elise. The keeper saves it, though. The keeper, by the way, is very, very interesting. I did find this out a few months ago. His name is Etienne Green. He's English, he's part French, and he was actually the goalkeeper for St Etienne, who of course play in green. So I just don't understand that. How can that be a massive coincidence? His name is literally Etienne, spelled exactly the same as St Etienne. His surname is Green, and he played for St Etienne. That's just some sort of weird nonsense. That's absolutely bizarre. But anyway, he's already got 7.2 in today's game, which is good for him. But 9 minutes into this game, we already look like we're absolutely dominating things here. Here's Pedro Porro to Conte. I left Conte in there today in DM, ball and field of defence, to try and add a little bit of balance to the team with the wing-backs going forward. It is good to have Conte in there. Our defensive record this season has been absolutely incredible. We've only conceded 16 goals in the league this season. Let's hope we keep it below 20 before the end of the season. That'd be nice. Anyway, here's Ericsson with a rare start today. He had an injury-plagued season. Here's Elise to Pedro Porro. 1-0 Thuram. Oh my word, the keeper catches it. Not just has he got a cool name, he's got a good catch in him as well, this Etienne Green. He's the one who's keeping it 0-0 in a minute, because we are absolutely dominating these early stages here. Please remember, guys, if you like this video, to hit that like button for me. And also, if you're interested in seeing daily FootballManager content, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and much appreciated as well. So 29 minutes in here, the game's on a little bit quiet, but we're still dominating things. Here's Adarabayu. I watched Joao Paulinho against Man United the other day, actually. Oh my word, this bloke knows how to tackle. He's flying all over the place. He's mental, but in a good way. He looks like a good player, he does, Paulinho. I'll be surprised if he's at Fulham for too much longer, to be honest. As long as he keeps impressing, that is. But anyway, here's a penalty, I think. Wrench has given away a foul on Rashford. He's probably looking at the players here at Fulham. He's one of the weakest links in the team. I know he's got a bit of prospect about him in real life, I think it is. But in FootballManager, he's not very highly rated, in my opinion. He just doesn't look very good at all, to be honest with you. And he's given away a penalty, and Marcus Rashford is going to take the penalty. Come on, Rashford, let's make it 1-0 here. But the way Etienne Green's playing, I wouldn't be surprised if we saved it, to be honest. He's doing a funny dance, but Rashford buries the penalty. It's 1-0 in this game, and we're on our way to secure the title. The keeper died the right way here, but what much of a dive really was it? It was a bit of a half-hearted fall, to be honest with you. It's pretty pathetic from Green, to tell you the truth. Just a minute later, we're back on the highlight again. It's Wrench who gave away the penalty with a free kick. Pedro Porro wins it back. There's Elise with a poor pass. Paulinho, I said, is a very good player. Dispossessing him there. But anyway, Elise gets the ball back. Oh, it's a bit all over the place in a minute. Here's Anthony Robertson, the United States international. Back to Green. He kicks it long. But Cody with a commanding header. What a signing he's been, by the way. Cody, absolutely brilliant. Well, I actually signed him and Scalvini. Scalvini was a better player and definitely a better centre-back. But Cody progressed this much this season. I mean, he's developed a lot. That him and Scalvini are level in terms of ability now. It's crazy. Cody's done really well in terms of improving his attributes and his performance as well. Anyway, Thuram is 2-0 and I think we can start the party. Someone get the double-decker bus ready. We're going around the city of Manchester celebrating the title win. Hopefully, we can have 3 trophies on the bus there. The Carabao Cup, the league title. Did they do that? Are you allowed to do that? Probably not. I'm not sure. Maybe we just get 3 separate parties on the top of the double-decker bus. I don't know. But anyway, it's 2-0 up in this game in space of 2 minutes, and I think we're on our way to secure the title. Another chance here. Free kick. It's cleared. Rashford heads it back in. Oh no. Fulham got a chance to counter here. It's Morelos. It's Harrison Reed. Absolutely dominating Fulham in this game, though. I think it's a matter of how many, not if we win the game. I think the title's guaranteed to come back to Manchester and to the red side of Manchester. For the first time since when? Was it 2011, I think it was? They won it a year before the old Aguero incident, of course. Oh, he's a mile offside, isn't he? What is he even shooting for? What's the point? What's the point of him touching the ball, Ansu Fati? You're literally, I know I say it with sarcasm a lot of times, but he's literally a mile offside. He could possibly be a mile offside there. Anyway, absolute domination in this first half here. Absolute domination. Fulham are yet to have a shot on target a shot in the match, should I say? So I don't think anything needs to be addressed here at half-time. I think we just need to continue how we're going here, and I think we're pretty much guaranteed to secure the title in this game. We are just absolutely destroying them here. There's been a theme in the last few games, to be fair. As I said, against Everton and Wolves, we actually destroyed both of them, and we're destroying Fulham here again today. So that is brilliant. Anyway, make a couple of changes here. Pedro Porro on a yellow card. We don't really need that, so we take him off. So Tyler on a yellow card as well. We don't really need that either. Take him off for Scalvini. Ansu Fati's not in the best game. Take him off. Bring on Sancho for him, and put Rashford up front. Well, 25 minutes to go. Unless something disastrous happens here, we are guaranteed to win the title. Will we see a title lift though? Will we see the trophy lift in today's game? Or will they hide it from us again? Anyway, Conte is on the yellow card. Take him off. Let's bring on Kone. The second half's been a bit quiet though, isn't it? They haven't done much in this game. I think they're already on their holidays, to be honest with you. What's going on here? Luckily for us though, Fulham are not creating anything. They had a shot in the game now. 5 minutes to go. Nothing stupid here, boys, please. We've got a highlight. Heads over that's a rather quick and bizarre highlight, wasn't it? But what on earth was that? But anyway, minute to go. I think it's guaranteed. Oh no. Oh no. I've seen strange things in FootballManager before. Let's not get overconfident. I've seen strange things in FootballManager before. Believe me. But this will be beyond strange, wouldn't it? This will be beyond strange. A third goal, and it's definitely sealed, isn't it? Number word. Well, he does his job effectively. It was rather theatrical and a bit bizarre, but he does his job. Anyway, not about him. We do see a trophy lift. We've won the title. What a turnaround this has been this season, by the way. Chalk and cheese from this season and last season. And me putting the extra effort in has really worked out a treat. And I think I've developed myself as a FootballManager manager in this season, I have to be honest, without any sort of cockiness or anything like that. I've actually developed myself a little bit, and I'm quite proud of it, actually. I know it's nothing to be too proud of. We're winning the league, Man United in the third season. It's, a lot of people could do it, but the turnaround from last season to this season is quite miraculous, really. We are a completely different team. I know I've signed some players, but the bulk of the players are the same, and what a turnaround. Winning the title with 3 games to go. Who would have predicted this at the start of the season? Not me, that is for sure, but what a season it's been. Absolutely dominated Fulham there. We deserved the title. Got 3 games to play now. I'm not too ecstatic about it because it was almost a foregone conclusion for me since the last episode there. Since we started off with that 3-0 win away to Everton and beat Chelsea 5-1, I knew it was pretty much guaranteed we're going to secure the title now. So that's why I'm not so ecstatic. Liverpool won 5-0 against Leicester today as well. But they can't stop us winning the title because it's done already. We've got 3 games to relax now, which is brilliant, especially the fact they've got to be taking place 3 games in the space of 4 days. And then we have the FA Cup final, of course, which we finish off against Leeds, which hopefully we can win. We beat Leeds in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup semi-final this season, but they are one of the 7 teams to beat us this season. They beat us 3-1 at home, where Divock Origi got a hat-trick in that game, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. Let's hope we can keep Origi quiet in this game. We've got to play him away the game before as well. So hopefully we get to know a little bit more about them in that game, which would be great. But yeah, I've got to play Brighton away, Arsenal at home and Leeds away in the next 3 games. Of course, I'm going to try and still win these games, but I need to make sure the players are rested for the Leeds game there at the FA Cup. The good news is that we get a 6-day break between the Leeds away game and the final game of the week of the league and the Leeds FA Cup final. So that is the good news there. But of course, I'm going to have to rest some players in these 3 games in the next 4 days. But yeah, that's it. We've secured the domestic double with the Carabao Cup and the league title. But there's one more to go. Can we tick off the FA Cup as well and finish off this series with a domestic treble? Okay, it's time for the final game of the series, the FA Cup final against Leeds, which I'm a little bit sad about, I have to be honest. I'm now getting into the series now. It's going really well. And this is the final league table. Unfortunately, though, I'm very nervous about this final here against Leeds because we just played Leeds away in the final league game of the season and we lost the game 3-0. So I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. But all in all, what a league campaign it was. We did manage to get over 100 goals, which is very nice. 101 goals in the end. And also we managed to keep it below 20 goals, despite conceding 3 against Leeds in the final game. We managed to keep it below 20 goals for the season. So what a season it's been then. Absolutely amazing. 10 points clear at the top in the end. Unfortunately, we almost broke a team record as well. Man United's most points in the league season has been 92, which I'm a bit surprised about. They're not getting more than 92. 92 is a lot of points, but they won the league under Fergie a lot of times. So I'm a bit surprised about that. But yeah, we got to 93 points. Apparently that'll be a new team record of most points in the Premier League season. So unfortunately we couldn't do that by beating Leeds. We lost to Leeds 3-0 as I said, and we were schooled in that game. I tried many different things in that game. I started off with a controlled possession. I switched to direct play as well, and just nothing worked against them. So I'm a little bit concerned about this game. And saying that, that was at Elland Road. Now this is at a neutral venue, so I'm more confident that we can get the win here in a neutral venue. But this did leave me with a little bit of a headache, I have to be honest, going into this game. But let's hope I just get over it and we win the FA Cup. But yeah, what a season it's been in terms of the league. Absolutely brilliant. Of course, one game stands out, and that was the 4-0 away win to Man City. Absolutely brilliant, that. Absolutely sensational. 10 points clear at the top in the end, plus 82 goal difference, 101 goals scored, 19 conceded. Well, of course, I have signed some players in the summer who have definitely made the team better. But in terms of the tactics, in terms of what I've changed this season as well, it's just chalk and cheese from last season. Just compare this season to last season. Of course, the first season wasn't too bad. It was actually quite promising. But last season, 70 points, obviously fourth in the league. So this season, we got 20 points better off than last season. 101 goals as well. That is 30 more goals than last season. And 38 goals conceded last season. That's half this season. 19 goals conceded less as well. So it's a massive, massive difference this season from last season. Every way possible in terms of the league. Also 28 wins. There's 8 more wins than the last season as well. 4 less losses as well. So what a season it's been. Absolutely incredible. But the season isn't quite over yet. We've got the FA Cup final to talk of now against Leeds. In the final 3 games of the season, though, it did start off really well. Obviously, they didn't mean too much these games. I did try and win them as much as I could. I just still did what I could with the tactics and just try and win the games. It worked out well in the first game. Beat Brighton 3-0 away. And they just played with 3 at the back. And I went with a 4-4-2 diamond again, which worked well against, I cannot remember who. But I did it against Brighton again, and it worked a treat. We absolutely dominated the game. Cardi were braced in this game. Ansu Fati with a goal as well. We then played Arsenal at home. Battered them 4-0, which was very nice. Ansu Fati, Elise, Rashford and Cody. So things were going all really well. Brilliantly, in fact. But then we played Leeds away. And we lost the game 3-0 quite comfortably, it has to be said. As I said, they didn't create too many chances in the game, but them playing with their 2 holding midfielders, we just couldn't get a sniff in the game at all. I went positive, went attacking, I went direct, I did control possession. Everything you could think of I tried in this game. Just did not work. Charlie Cresswell made it 1-0 in the 23rd minute through a header from a corner, and still thought we had a chance to get back in the game. At this point, the 66th minute, I've gone attacking at this point, and Jack Harrison made it 2-0. Just a minute later, Paqueta made it 3-0. So, kind of embarrassing. A dismal way to end the league campaign, but of course that was at Elland Road, as I said, and this time it's at Wembley. So I did get a little bit of a headache in terms of the tactics for today's game. I didn't know what to play, what formation, or anything like that because of the game we just played, but I decided, you know what, just take a step back, Kenny, just stick with what I would have done even if this game didn't matter, because now it's at Wembley. We are the better team. We should be able to dominate the game, so I'm just sticking to what we normally do, and surely it's going to be enough to see us to win the FA Cup. Anyway, let's get into it then, the FA Cup final, and this is the team for the final. We've got Maignan in goal, Porro right back, Gaia left back, Scalvini and Nicoli centre backs, and you've got Conte, Kone and Fernandes midfield, Alicia on the right, Fati on the left, and Icardi up front. So Rashford, unfortunately, is missing the FA Cup final. He picked up a slight injury against Arsenal there, which is disappointing to see. He's been brilliant in recent time. Look at 8.26 over the last 5 games, 34 goals for the season as well. He's an absolutely flying. He's missing for this game, unfortunately. Good news though is Icardi's been sensational in recent times as well. He's got 17 goals this season, which is very nice. Considering he's been a squad player as well, it's brilliant in fact. So yeah. It's good the fact that Icardi's on great form when Rashford gets injured, because if Icardi wasn't on great form, it could be a real concern here today. But Icardi's playing really well, so hopefully he can continue that today. Also, Sancho misses this game as well, but he has had quite a disappointing season, Sancho has to be said. He's not really the first name on the team sheet anymore, which I did say last season, the season before, he's actually falling down the pecking order a little bit. Ansu Fati, I rate higher than Sancho these days, and obviously Rashford as well. So missing Rashford is a big loss. Missing Sancho as well is, of course, a loss. We need Sancho on the bench. So missing Sancho and Rashford, 2 great attacking options here today. But as I said, Icardi's been good in recent times. Fati's been good in recent times as well. So still think we've got enough about us here to win this game quite comfortably. And as I said, it took me a while to do the tactics for this game because I was just a little bit conflicted from that last game we played against them there. But as I said, if it was at Ellen Road again, I would change things around here. Because we're playing at a neutral venue in Wembley, surely we have to go there and with a positive style, control possession, just take the game to Leeds. But I'm going to give it the first half in the first half, so about 22 minutes into the game. And if we're not creating any chances again, I'm going to change things about because that last game we played against them was pretty woeful. But anyway, it's time for the final game of the series, the FA Cup final against Leeds. Can we finish off the series with a domestic treble? Well, let's find out. Alright, here we go. Just asked for the players to get revenge here today, and they should be able to get revenge. It's only been 6 days since we lost 3-0, so let's hope we can get revenge here. Let's hope we can start off this game in a positive manner here. Against Leeds there, away from home, we were terrible. We didn't create anything in the game at all, really. Anyway, we created something here in the early stages here. Gaia with a long through ball to Fati. Oh my word, he's going for goal from that angle. You know what, I've seen him go in for that angle. Not with the left foot though, that'd be very bizarre. But already a chance we've seen in the first 6 minutes. That's already more promising than the first game there. Saying that though, 14 minutes in. Not great much again. These 2 DMs there, we just can't get past them, can we? Right, I'm not gonna panic just yet because but I did say I was gonna change things after a certain amount of time, didn't I? We've got free kick chance though. Fernandes to take it. Oh, good thing I didn't change anything because Scalvini's put us 1-0 up in this final here. The Roses derby. The FA Cup final at Wembley. As I said, we've got to take the game here to Leeds. They've done well against us in the last few games. They beat us 3-1 in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. Good news is we won the first leg 5-1. They just beat us 3-0 at Ellen Road as well. So we're not doing well at Ellen Road, but this is at Wembley, and hopefully we can win the game comfortably. Wembley's got to be like a Man United second stadium, surely. So saying that though, again, it's an even game, isn't it? Not liking what I'm seeing again. We are winning the game, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing again. Dominating possession, but again, we're just not playing great against them. What do I change here? You know what? I was going to change something, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. We are winning the game after all, so I'm not going to panic here. It's the final game of the series. Don't mess up now, Kenny. And already started off the second half in a promising manner, so good job I didn't change anything for now. Bruno Fernandes, good corner here. He's had quite a good game so far. He's pushed over. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Good thing I didn't change anything. Come on. Bruno Fernandes here, he scores this penalty, then we are on our way to get in the domestic treble. Come on, VAR checking penalty review. He's pushed over there. It's definitely a penalty. Alright, here we go. Fernandes with it. But as I said, Leeds are giving me a little bit of a headache the way they're playing against us. Fernandes, come on, make it count here. He does, get in. 2-0. Now we're in complete control of this match. Not over yet though, and Leeds has scored 3 goals against us in each of the last 2 games. So let's not get cocky here. But we are in a very good situation now. Not been our best performance today, that is for sure. But we are winning the game 2-0. So I guess I shouldn't moan too much, to be fair. Icardi hasn't been great up front, but no Rashford on the bench to talk of. I've got Anthony on the bench, but yeah, Icardi's on a yellow card. Lots of yellow cards about actually. You know what? Pedro Porro can come off for Mukiele, and we'll play Fati up front. But who am I going to play on the left? I guess I could play Asensio on the left. Yeah, you know what? Let's play Asensio on the left. Put him as a winger. I think that'll do. Well, I'm not going to overthink things too much here, because as I said, we're winning the game 2-0. So Kenny, don't panic, mate. It's 2-0. It's not 0-0. It's 2-0. We're cruising here. We're fine. It's not the best performance in the world, but as long as we get the win, that's all that matters. It's a final at the end of the day, isn't it? It's a final against one of our fierce rivals. So don't overthink things too much. And we are a better team in the game, not by a massive distance, but we are a better team in the game. Leeds are not creating too much against us. If it goes 2-1 though, I can start to panic a little bit. 3-0 and it's game over. And it's Klassen in goal. He kicks it long. Oh, no. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are they doing? Oh, not him. Not him again. Oh, my word. He always scores against us. Diva, where is he going? Where was Scalvini going there? What was Scalvini doing? Look at Jesse Marsh on the touchline, by the way. That's totally Jesse Marsh, isn't it? Oh, but what is Scalvini doing? Just watch Scalvini here. Where is he going? Where is he going? He's got distracted in the crowd or something. I don't know what he's doing. If Scalvini doesn't do that, that doesn't happen. Oh, my word. Now what do I do? Well, you know what? Balanced. We'll go balanced. Gaia's nervous. We don't need your nerves rubbing off onto other players, Gaia, so get off the pitch. Let's bring on Lima as well for Kone. We don't really need him on Mazzala attack anymore. We need Lima in there on his box-to-box and running back. That's what we need. All right. 20 minutes to go. It's not been the greatest performance here today. We are still winning the game. If they score another goal, though, then it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Can we get a third goal here? Get that 2-goal cushion again and really get in command of the tie. Lucanetz with a throw-in. Come on, boys. Fati heads it on to Asensio. Come on, big chance here. Oh, my word. Why has he gone for goal from there? But he's hit the post. He almost scored. It's a very strange effort. 13 minutes to go. Still a better team in the game. We don't like to play Leeds by the looks of it, though. They're a bit of a bogey team of ours. A couple minutes to go now. Nothing stupid here. All right, let's start time wasting. It's time to time waste here. All right, no more highlights, and we've won the FA Cup final and done a domestic treble. We done it? We've done it. Get in. Get in. What a way to end the series. Here we are. Let's do another trophy. Come on, familiar theme this season, hasn't it? Well, I'll say the difference between this season and last season. Well, the biggest difference of all is the fact that we've won 3 trophies, a treble. Where last season, of course, we didn't even come close to winning a trophy, which was absolutely disastrous. This season, we finished off the season. What chalk and cheese it has been. The second season was absolutely disastrous. I was so close to getting the sack. Well, I never really was close to getting the sack, but in my head, and in probably some of your heads as well, you're thinking, you know what, this guy's under pressure here. He's pretty useless, isn't he? So I turned things around massively this season. I'm quite proud of what we've done this season, to be honest. And yeah, I'm very, very happy. Finishing off with domestic treble, very nice. Of course, if we could have done something in the Champions League, that'd been even better. But unfortunately for us, Bayern Munich got the better of us, which is nothing to be ashamed of, to be honest with you. And on a different day, we would have got through that tie. We've really beaten more than 1-0 at home that we should have done. We'd have got through that tie and could have won the Champions League. You never know, But all in all, what a season to end off on. A domestic treble, not the best performance in the world in the final game there. Lots of yellow cards to talk of. But we got the win, and that's all that matters. Domestic treble, the Carabao Cup against our fierce rivals Man City, the FA Cup against our fierce rivals Leeds, and the league title against our fierce rivals Liverpool and Man City. So yeah, pretty nice. I'm sure the Man United fans are adoring me right now in the virtual universe, so that is brilliant. And yeah, very, very good way to end off the series here. So that is the end of season 3 and the end of the series as well. But what a series it has been for me. What a turnaround. As I said, the first season looked very, very promising. Won the Europa Conference League, of course. We only got in the Europa Conference League after failing in the Europa League group stage, though. Also got to the FA Cup final in the first season, where we lost in extra time quite convincingly to Chelsea. But all in all, it was quite a promising season. It was finished third in the league, of course. Only 2 points behind Liverpool, I believe it was. So that was quite promising. I thought, we're going on to bigger and better things here. But the second season was an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Only finished 4th by the skin of our teeth in the final game, which is terrible. Obviously, knocked down the FA Cup 5th round, I think it was. Knocked down the Carabao Cup 3rd round, 2 seasons on the bounce. Knocked down the Champions League round of 16 of Villarreal, quite convincingly as well. So, second season was an absolute disaster. So, to turn around like this in the final season is absolutely brilliant. Ended off with a domestic treble, which I'm pretty ecstatic about, I have to be honest. Before we end the series, though, before we end the series as a whole, let's have a little bit of a season review. And in terms of the new arrivals, well, I signed a lot of players in the summer, and boy, did they work out well. You know what? Scalvini was the big one in terms of the centre-back. He was absolutely a massive signing for us. 52 million. And don't get me wrong, he was a great player for us. He started off immense. He didn't be as immense after the first 10-15 games or so. He just ended up being a very good player. But all in all, the best centre-back we signed was Okoli. Okoli was absolutely ridiculous this season. 39 million. He was a little bit, I wouldn't say a panic buy. It wasn't a panic buy, but I didn't think about it too much. I just went, you know what, Okoli, Atlanta centre-back, that's a nice story. Let's just get him in as well. He looked quite good. But I tell you what, this guy's been absolutely ridiculous this season. 43 games, 6 goals. He had a bad game against Bayern Munich, but we'll move on from that. 7.27. He got a 0.1 better average rating than Scalvini. And also, as I said, in terms of the way he's improved this season, he's improved so much in all attributes, really. And yeah, he just looks like an unbelievable player. +2 determination as well, +1 vision. better in part. He's just better all across the board. He's just such a great player, and he's been an absolute snip for 39 million. What a signing he's been. Both of the centre-backs have been brilliant signings, but Coley really does stand out this season. Absolutely sensational. We also signed Arthur Feet as well for 20 million from Bologna, which is a great piece of business. He's been very good when he came in. A bit of a moaning Myrtle, but he's a good centre-back nonetheless as a squad player. He's great. Kefren Turam as well. Great signing. Very happy with him. Only 25.5 million. Brilliant player. 9 goals and 8 assists in just 27 starts in centre midfielder. He's been fantastic. You looked at him, you wouldn't think, you know what, he's not amazing. But coming in as a squad player to do the business front, he's been sensational. He really has. Just a solid, good player. You see here, there's loads of 14 and 15s going on about here. He's just a very good player. I'm very glad I signed him. He's a brilliant player for us. Marco Asensio as well, by the way. He come in January. Signed him on deadline day to replace Ziyech, and he's been sensational. 5 goals and 2 assists and 10 starts. Brilliant. Manu Kone's signing of the season, apparently. I'm a little bit surprised by that. He's been very good, don't get me wrong. 9 goals, 6 assists. I wouldn't put down a signing of the season. Signing of the season for me, 100% is Okoli. If you ask me this at January, I'd probably say Scalvini, but in terms of consistency, all throughout the season, it's got to be Caleb Okoli. Scalvini's been very good, but Okoli's been sensational. Brilliant player, and we've robbed Atlanta. Well, I don't say robbed them. We gave them 91 million, but we've robbed them of their 2 best centre-backs, and they've been absolutely brilliant for us. But Okoli, for me, is signing of the season. Mukiele as well, of course. He was on loan last season, made permanent this season. Great squad player to have. Really good. Only 23.5 million. Cardi as well. He started off quite poorly. The first half of the season wasn't much to talk about at all, but the second half of the season, he's been a man possessed. He's been brilliant. 17 goals in the end. In just 21 starts and 5 assists. So he's been brilliant. Lima as well. Solid player. Very happy with him. 33 million. Lucanet, great one. 25 million as well. Played lots of games this season as well. And N'Golo Conte, well, he's bottom of the list in terms of average rating. But what a difference he's made for the club. What a difference he's made. He's definitely not the worst signing. You know what? I'm happy with every single signing I've made, which is bizarre to say, especially considering last season I wasn't very happy at all with a lot of them. This season, though, all these players, a lot of players have joined us, a mass exodus, but I'm happy with every single one of them. I think they've all done brilliantly, to be honest with you. It's just been a brilliant season all around. Very happy. The season's results, well, it's been a very good season. The Premier League started off really well for us. Absolutely fantastic. Beating Brighton 7-0 at home was a memorable one. Beating Everton 5-2 at home. This period here is when I started to get a little bit worried, I have to be honest. We beat Palace 5-0 at home and West Ham 7-0 at home. Things just looked like it couldn't get any better for us. But then we lost away to Newcastle 2-1 in our first loss of the season in the league. Then we lost away to Tottenham 2-0 in the next away game. So things were looking rather iffy there. Lost away to West Ham 1-0 as well. But then look at that. Look at that period of form there. And how do we bounce back from that? We go in against Man City away in the biggest league game of the season in an episode, and we beat them 4-0 to effectively just blow them out the water there. That was absolutely fantastic. And since then, we've been ridiculous. That set off what? A 9-match winning streak? Or is that 10-match winning streak? 9-match winning streak to end the season. Obviously, lost away to Leeds 3-0 in the end of the season. But that win against Man City away 4-0. We didn't win that game. We lost that game. We could talk about a whole different season right now, but that game was absolutely incredible. What a win that was. What a performance. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. But that period there, I started to get really concerned. But we came out that period better, and just a great way to end the series in terms of the league. 90 points. 20 points better off than last season, as I said. 30 more goals and 19 goals less conceded. That is a massive turnaround. Absolutely brilliant. In terms of the Champions League, well, the Champions League was quite good this season, I have to be honest. I thought we did quite well, to be honest. Obviously, it's new league phase this season. Played 7 games. What was it, 7 games? 8 games. It was 8 games, wasn't it? Yeah, 8 games in the league phase, sorry. We won 6 of them, and we lost 2 away. The 2 away was the ones away to Real Madrid, we lost 1-0, which probably expected to lose. Away to Villarreal, we lost 2-0, which is the only one we probably thought, you know what, we could have done better in that game. But beat Juventus 5-0 at home, which was brilliant. Well, in the group stage, it wasn't incredible. We got through Lazio just 3-2 at home. Beat Frankfurt 1-0 at home as well, but that was a commanding win there. But beating Juventus at home 5-0 was a great win. That was sensational. Got through Frankfurt in the first knockaround very comfortably. And then we got knocked down in the quarterfinal, of course. It doesn't sound amazing, knocked down in the quarterfinal, but as I said, we lost 5-3 to Bayern Munich, but it was very close to getting through that. We should have won that first leg, won them 1-0. And obviously their 5th goal came in the 90th minute there. So just 1 goal swing around there. And we've gone to extra time at least, and maybe penalties, and it could have been a completely different story. So a bit unlucky in the Champions League, in my opinion. We did better than what it suggests there, losing 5-3 in aggregate to Bayern Munich. So that's a little bit disappointing, but saying that we did win the other 3 competitions. So that is great. Disappointing, though, we couldn't get past the quarterfinal of the Champions League, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The FA Cup was sensational as well, to be fair, because we got through Wolves, who knocked us out in the 5th round last season away from home, which was quite interesting. This time around, we got through them. on penalties. Drew 1-1, deserved to win the game though. And in the next game, we got through Man City on penalties as well. Beat them 2-2, well, drew 2-2 away in that extra time and got through them on penalties. So another great win against Man City there. And you know what, actually, those 3 games showed, well, those 4 games actually showed real character in the FA Cup, because we beat Wolves on penalties, we beat Man City on penalties away as well. We did really poorly against West Ham. I changed things up to go more direct, and we got the win just in the end at Wembley 2-1. And of course, against Leeds in the final we just played there, we wasn't at our best. We grinded out results to win that game 2-1. So look at these results here in the FA Cup. None of them stand out really in terms of result-wise. So we did really well to win the FA Cup. We just really showed character in this FA Cup, and yeah, brilliant to win it, to be fair. Absolutely brilliant. And the Carabao Cup as well, that was brilliant. Of course, we beat all Premier League teams on the way to win that. We beat Leicester 3-0 at home. We beat West Ham 3-1 away, which of course is not an easy game. We got through Arsenal on penalties as well, 0-0. At home there, got 3 Leeds. We beat them 5-1 at home. I don't know why I'm saying a win there, but we lost 3-1 away to Leeds. That was a bit nerve-wracking. And then we beat Man City 4-1 in the final, very comfortably, which was very nice. So a treble to end the season, end the series as well, is absolutely brilliant. The league title, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup, and I think we deserve it, to be fair. As I said, we didn't really perform to our best in some of the games, but we showed character this season, and we stepped up when it mattered. We obviously beat Liverpool away 2-0, beat Man City away 4-0 in the league, beat Man City in the Carabao Cup final, beat Man City in the FA Cup. So yeah, we stepped up when it mattered. The only big game we really lost, the real big game, was the Bayern Munich game, of course. But in the other ones, we really impressed. Well, moments to remember, beating Brighton 7-0 at home was a moment to remember. But my biggest moment to remember the season is beating Man City 4-0 away in the league. That is for sure. That was absolutely incredible. Beating Juventus 5-0 at home as well. That was a nice one in the Champions League, I have to be honest. That was very nice. And beating Chelsea 5-1 at home was very nice as well. Goal of the season there. Well, the accolades for the... one thing I forgot to mention as well. A funny thing... the Premier Division Team of the Year as well. I didn't show you guys, but it was very interesting. 10 of our 11 players were actually in the Team of the Year. And the only player who was not from our team in the Team of the Year, well, can you guess? Anyone guess? That's right, Erling Haaland. The other 10 players are Man United players. That was very interesting. That shows how much of a great season we've had. 10 of the 11 players in the Team of the Year were Man United players. And the only one who could get in there was Erling Haaland, so that's pretty incredible. Well, myself, manager awards for the season, well, apparently I had 35 caps for England as well and 10 goals. That's very nice. I'm quite happy with that England record there. Won the head coach of the month 5 times of the year. In the first 3 months, actually won it as well, which is very interesting. Head coach of the year as well was not too surprising. I think I deserve it, to be fair. Player awards. Well, fans player of the season, Marcus Rashford had a brilliant season. Really good player, Rashford, this season. He goes missing in some games, but in other games, he just absolutely destroys him with his pace. So he's a great option to have at a club. It's great to have another option at the club. I think Icardi's been a good player. It's better to have a version of Icardi, but better, shall I say, in terms of the physical aspect. Icardi's a great player, but in terms of the physical aspect, to have a better player. If you have Rashford and someone else, then you're winning. You're winning in terms of FootballManager, that is for sure. Young player of the season is Michael Elise. Well, I'm a bit surprised he won Young Player of the Season since he's 23. I wouldn't really give it to him. He's that important for us as well. He's been sensational. He's a brilliant player, at least in FootballManager. Unbelievable. Signing of the season is Manon Kone. Should be a Kone. Kone's a great player as well, though. Great with his signing, but should be a Kone. Goal of the season went to Icardi. Top goal scorer Rashford with 34 goals. Brilliant season from him. Most assists as well. Bruno Fernandes with 27 assists this season. He's absolutely flying this season. Unbelievable. Most player of the match awards, Rashford with 9. Highest average rating is Elise with 7.4 as well, so he did a great season. Record breakers, most assists by a player in the season, Bruno Fernandes, 27 assists, as I said, unbelievable. Bruno Fernandes won 9 player matches as well, go along with Marcus Rashford there. And worst discipline, Pedro Porro with 22 yellow cards, but not a single red card, so he knows when to stop. That is, well, that's great to have, Porro, he missed a couple of games, but 22 yellow cards, no red cards. Happy days. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the series. As I said, though, that's not the end of the channel, of course. I'll be starting non-league to Giants. Well, as I said, hopefully tomorrow will be the first episode. If not tomorrow, the next day will be absolutely guaranteed. So make sure if you're interested to look out for that one. I'm not entirely sure what team I'm going to start off with yet. I'm going to have a look, but I'm not going to give anything away. You have to wait until the release date to see what team I'm starting with, and I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you are too. And thank you very much for watching this series. It's been an up and down one. We end on a big high here with a domestic treble, which I'm very happy with. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember, if you like the video, hit that like button for me, and also do hit that subscribe button, please, guys. It really helped me out, and you much appreciate it as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.